All right, let's look at some of the ways to drive the part that you are going to be grinding, cylindrical part. Let's say you want to grind any of these diameters. You can set up one of these. These are Cam Action Grinder Dogs. That's the technical name from the company that makes them. It's the Ready Tool, Stratford, Connecticut. These are number 111. And this here, you can actually, you have the table right here. 111 is actually the workpiece capacity is from 1/2 inch to 1 inch 1/8. That means this diameter can be as small as 1/2 inch and up to 1 inch and 1/8, 1 inch 125. So these are really useful when you have production and when you have parts you can grab and you're not afraid to damage them, right? They have some. This is the steel cam right here, but you have version when you have the option to have the brass cam. And these are very useful if you have a finished diameter you're going to be clamping on. You got to be careful because it can slip. If you're not careful, the brass can wear out. They're supposed to have nuts right here. See that right there? And then the cam grabs the part and turns the part, and then you can grind it between centers. There's a center here, there's a center there. This is just a little part I made myself, but you know, you can. So this here is the model 111. I have 3 of this size right here. 2 have the brass cam and 1 has the steel cam. I'm gonna order some to replace that. I have 4 of these, which is 112, and this can accommodate the workpiece capacity for 112 is from 7/8 of an inch to 1 inch and a half. These are 113. Those are from 1 inch 3/8 to 2 inches. And I have 2 of these 114, so bigger ones. It's from 1 inch 7/8 to 2.5 inches. That's the diameter capacity. All right, so that's for, okay. If you want to grind a bigger part, you use a bigger one of this. This one might be big enough, you know. And again, you adjust these set screws. Set it to where you need it. You make sure the cam is forward, right? See, like that. So that way it grabs the part when you put some pressure. And you always gotta make sure you put, you know, nuts to lock the set screws in place. That way you don't have to be, you know, you don't have to, you know. So, but these set screws I have to replace. They're all damaged. Just got to order a bunch of those. So these are we call these speed dogs because they're so fast to, you know. Let's say, let's go back to this one here. You know, we call them speed dogs because all you have to do is push the cam. Let me set it up the right way. Just go. We have the nuts right there. Okay. You gotta set it. You gotta set it to the right position, and then you have to tighten this. Okay, so this is the reason we call them speed dogs, because all you have to do is push this cam, release the part, get a new part, put it in there, put it in the machine, push the button. That's it. You know, take it out, get another part. See how it's very fast. They don't always work, but when they work, you know, they're good. Now, when you have a finished diameter, and this is a little bigger than I made this myself. We have a bigger diameter to drive. We get a bigger part. So let's pretend this is a part we have to grind. Of course, it doesn't have a center over here, but you know, let's pretend it does have a center. I made this. Oh, see, it's too big, but we have different sizes. This one is supposed to be from 1 inch and 3/4. See, it's smaller than 1 inch 3/4. That's why it doesn't grab it. But these here are we call aluminum drive dogs, and when you have a part that is finished or soft, you want to use something that is softer than the part, so that way you don't damage the part, and then you can, you know, just put only as much pressure as needed with a wing nut, or you can use a screw to clamp, you know, have a better grip. Alright, let's say we have this diameter here, which is 2.5 inches. So this screws might not be long enough to accommodate. Probably need longer screws. It's my first time recording all of this, so I'm not prepared for any of this. But here's this is the idea. They're not long enough. They're not long enough. Okay, but that's the idea, you know. Put this here, clamp it, and you can drive the part to grind whatever you need. These are aluminum drive dogs. I made this out of aluminum. That I got from McMaster-Carr. I actually made a pair because you always want to be able to get the next part ready when one is already grinding. So it's always to have at least 2 of this, you know. Let me get something. This here's 2.25 inches material. So let's say you want to grab this diameter. There you go. Adjust that, tighten this. Pretend there's a center here, and you drive the part, you know. You do the grinding over here. Yeah, this work great. Not all the time. I mean, if you're gonna have a lot of grinding pressure, you better replace this wing nut with an actual screw so you can really tighten and clamp it real good, you know, otherwise it might slip. Okay, just a quick video about grinding drive dogs, the Action Cam grinder dog, and then you have the aluminum that is custom made. This is the only pair that exists in the whole world right now, because I just made this the day before yesterday, and I drew them on SolidWorks and made some drawings. Yeah, perfect things. Nice. Yeah. Going back to this, you can grab different parts. All you have to do is loosen this, create some space there. Oh, look at that, perfect. You tighten this. Now you're ready to run the part. See that? We'll drive it. So pretend you have to grind this diameter. That's how you drive the part. The wheel would be over here. Nice. Yeah, these are awesome.